From June 2025 to late November of 2025, I had an opportunity to live and work in Latvia as part of Operation Reassurance. I was on Roto 2502. For half a year, I walked the line between observer and participant. I carried a camera through a part of the world where history is rich, but never far beneath the surface.
Right. So this is the place people were murdered.
In my trade as an imagery technician, our duty is simple, but it's a little bit heavy. We capture the history of the Canadian Armed Forces and we freeze it into the archives of Canada. We witness history and we record it. Our images and video become part of Canada's memory. Long after soldiers return home, long after places change, long after we ourselves have moved on, there's a particular kind of life that exists between moments. The space between the excitement of firepower, the explosion, and the intense training that gathers the most attention online, because that's what everybody wants to see, the big booms. Me too. But it's within that quiet space between those events where soldiers laugh, rest, think, struggle, and exist. Every person out there, no matter what their rank or their nation, carries a story no less critical than the loudest events surrounding them. This vlog series is born from that idea and answers a straightforward question, which is, if I don't tell my story, who will? While in uniform, I moved through the military world as a ghost, sometimes as a participant, but often as a shadow. Present enough to witness, yet distant enough not to interfere with what's unfolding in front of me. I blend in, allowing events to happen as they would. Whether I was there or not, they're going to happen. When the moment ends, I disappear without a trace. This might sound like a lonely and solitude choice of a career, but it isn't. In truth, it's quite a privilege to be able to witness what I do and record it. Because of belonging nowhere, I get to be everywhere. I get to see everything. I experience corners of the military that even military people never have or never will witness. Variety becomes the rhythm of life. Field exercises at dawn, briefings by noon, and sometimes, to unwind, an unfamiliar European street or two in the evening. Working in this trade is all variety all the time. Behind the camera, whether professionally or in my personal exploitations, I find calm. I find focus. I find a flow state that cuts through the chaos around me. While the world moves with confusion, noise, and urgency, I slip into this quiet kind of certainty, watchful, feeling, anticipative, and I press the shutter when the moments align. The technical aspect of photography no longer requires conscious thought. Settings become muscle memory, reflexive and forgotten in the moment. If someone asks what settings I use, I often need to check the metadata. At this stage in my life and career, photography is no longer a technical act of fumbling with numbers. It has evolved into an act of feeling. Yeah, sure, the tools matter, but they only matter until they don't matter. Calculate the settings, forget them. Let the instinct take over. This vlog series is an attempt to gather the fragments of my experience in Latvia and across the Baltics, both as a soldier in the field and as a curious, often naive Canadian tourist trying to understand the region shaped by centuries of turbulence. I wandered through Holocaust massacre sites, KGB cells, forests where partisans once hid, and cities rebuilt from the ashes of various foreign occupiers. I had the opportunity to walk through streets layered with stories older than anything I've ever known. I mean, I'm from Canada. We're not a very old country. At the same time, trying to make sense of their weight, their stories, their struggles, their sadness, their victories. Places, the reflections, the photographs, and the video in this vlog are deeply personal. They are not official accounts. They are pieces of a journal. My journal. Written in the middle of the chaos, the explosions, the high velocity training, but at the same time also written between the spaces of the tasks, the adventures, and the moments of stillness. As stated before, this is a journal, and every opinion expressed here is entirely my own. This is not a historical record or a military report. It's a collection of personal fragments in time, of light, of memory, of curiosity, of a desire to make sense of the world, captured by someone who stood at the edge of each moment just long enough to feel it before moving on. This is the right spot. Thank you for joining me on this journey.